Good day, welcome to Mostness Design in the continuation of our Chief Judge Resident Design that we are doing for a while now. So in the last episode we were able to create and start elevation, and in this episode we are going to complete adjusting this elevation and beautify it to the taste. So but before then, let us show you what we are able to do from the ground floor level. This is the ground floor level. These are the arrangement we have, a complete development of how a duplex should look like. And this is the first floor that contain all the rooms and have a lot of features as well, and the master, the wardrobe and things like that. So all these are very important in the design. So in this particular one now, we are going to work on the elevation and how to beautify. So before we go, let me show you what the elevation. So many of these features are here. We want to adjust them and put them in place before we proceed. So I'm starting with the windows. So I'm going to move this window. These two windows are needed to be moved in a bit. So this particular guy is going to move towards this especially. Then another window need to be created again. So you click that and you change the height from here. So then you put this here. Good. Now so we're done with this. So the next thing is that we want to have a vertical column at the front to do for aesthetic purpose. So how do we do that? So come here and say components, model in place. So casework and then click. So because casework 2 doesn't matter what the name we give to it for now. So we are going to use extrusion to build that up. So and we are putting it here. So this time around I'm going to change the dimension to be 200 by 200. So we're going to do this by mirror this. Good. So I'm adjusting it a bit to let it be close to here. So as I've done with this, you click finish. So go to elevation, then drag it up. So drag it down to this point, then pick it up to this level. So this one is the first static of elevation amendments. So click here and let the material be adjusted. So this from this alubin that we are creating here, duplicate it again, then select the graphics, use render, then change this here and then adjust this, the whole graphics appreciation. So click on appearance, let it open. So you select from anyone that you know that okay, I'm going to use paints from in this particular idea. So I'm using paints and I'm selecting a very different color right from what we are doing before. I told you I don't design and the same replicate it because I don't want someone to for copyright issue. So for that purpose I defeat my design but use it as a example. But for everything that been done is having the same tactics and formation. So a little bit of feature is going to be different on that. So this is what we have here, and you say okay. So this one will be there and it's situated at that particular position. Good for it. So the next thing we want to do is that I'm going to adjust this one. Go to level 2. At the level 2, say edit in place. So edit in place now. You mirror this. Take this off from here. So from here now, you mirror with copy. Just start 90 degree and say enter. So that is there. You move this inside. Will you move inside again? Good. So you take this one from me and take it to the point of this at the edge. So now you say edit extrusion and you go and edit it from the west side. So click here. So now you adjust this to come up with this. So say move from here and you drop it here. Move it again to drop it at this edge. So you trim and still fits. To design elevation is one of the most essential when you are doing building design. Elevation is taking much time the same way you have your plan design, because this is the main essential part of which people are going to be noticing first. So you need a tactical development to work on that. So that is why elevation to every designer is very necessary and much important. So that is what you have done with the elevation at this level. So this is the tactical expression of the. So we've not done. So for now, you want to adjust a little some of these things and then create. So go to level 2 and go and create the next pattern that is going to flow around this using the same oriented method. So I'm going to say create. At the create now, I'm going to use extrusion the same way. No, let me just do it this way because I want to use it to have a feature of wall. So click finish in this one. So I'm starting afresh. Something call it create a component. So here I'm going to use wall because I want to have it a feature of wall because I want it to host an element. So I have it here now, which is this. So what I do is that I'm going to use extrusion as well. So the first thing I do is to have a planar reference to this point. Good. So just stop it there, then adjust this from here. So majority are not hidden, so I just adjust it a bit. Good. So this one has served in its own capacity. Then you click here and you go to elevation. What you do from here is that you drag this up. Good. So change this. So let it have the same feature of this. So it's not finished yet. Go back here to the level 2, and here is what you do. Copy this. Just copy to anyone, then click and just say edit in place, edit extrusion. So for the editing you do here, you are going to delete this one. So what we do next is that you adjust this for the purpose. So click here, then go from here. Good. So I don't want this to have some tactical issue, so I'm going to round off this edge. So it's this edge I'm going to round off, create that pattern which I want from it. So I'm going to do the same thing, just mirror this to the back. And we're done. So just mirror it to the back. Good. So delete this. So move this inward a bit. Yes, 10. So here click finish. So go to the elevation and go and see what we've done. So this is it. So we have this one in place, but edit it again. For me, a little bit too small, so I'm going to expand this to have let's say 20. Good. So finish it, sit on the elevation. Good. It's now bigger, so I prefer this. Go back there. So you have done with this. So the next thing for me to do is now to copy this in the various level. So I'm going to do this in the student part because I want them to have the same members of family. So click here on this and paste it here. So from there I start doing multiple one. So now I'll pick as many as I want. So select this for, then move. I may copy so that be more faster and quicker. So that one is there. You select again in the multiple because now you have them in large number. So select and you say copy in multiple again. Pick and drop. Pick and drop. Then pick and drop. And last is pick and you drop it. So now you look at this one that are not elephants. You can decide to delete these ones. Finish this and select this particular one and then paste it here. So you look at it on the elevation, you do follow the procedure and proceed it. Good. So this is what you want. You definitely get the ideas right. So you click finish here. I want to adjust these railings. So edit it, then edit again. So edit. So I'm going to edit the parts. So come to level 2. So let it be behind this. So finish. So the release parts edit as well. So let it be behind as well. You can click on this and then let's just align. So you click finish. And that was all. So you are done with this and this is there for you. So when you look at it from 3D, you get the idea of what you have created. So this one serves as the cover up for the serve a purpose, aesthetical value to beautify the elevation. The second is to cover the wardrobe closets that were open at this place for a design purpose. So you do that and it will be sufficient for anything you do. So we are done with at this level of the elevation for this part. So the next one we want to do is to create the lightning expression, and I want you to take a very focus on this because someone once asked me that how are we going to do that rendering, like what I'm doing, what happened here. So how do you going to get that in Revit and how is it going to be reflecting? So follow this particular drawing for now and you will get it perfectly. So the first one you do is that you create the control, and how to do is that you go to level ceiling level, which is level 2. So here you click on create. So click finish. Sorry, I need to create, just say save. So I'm going to start another component creation. So model in place. So model in place you do here, and you put on the lighting features. So click that and say feature lights, light feature 1. So what you do is that you choose just extrusion is okay to do whatsoever you want to do on this level. So what you do is that you draw the rectangle, so you put it here, so you adjust this a bit, something like a look like a fluorescent is what we are trying to create here. So you use 50. So it's okay like that. Copy this and say copy, $200. So you can adjust it a bit. So at that point now you move or copy again. So you drop from this edge to this edge to this edge. So you get that right. So you can look at it from 3D and go to this level to check what you have created. So click finish. At this level you go to, you select this, you can say cut, and then you say paste add level, right to selected level 3. So it's been there. So you can now adjust it a bit, go to the elevation, so you pull it down. Then adjust and push it up a bit. So that is what you have created in that level. So you can now click finish, or you copy it from, just click finish first so that you'll be able to see what you've done, whether it's right or wrong. So click finish. Go and take a temporary camera to view what you have done, so that have the same feeling with what you have as our reference design. Good. So this one is what we've done. So the next thing we need to do is to come to the height. This time around we are using 0, then 0. Good. So let us use minus 10, minus 1000, and then minus 1000. So there you go, up a wide up. So we have this in place. This is what you have created, but it's not reflecting or showing. So you can just adjust and say this place is like this. So we'll click here. Can you see that you still have some hidden stuff? You can bring it out. So you've never gotten it done yet, but you can adjust this a little bit up. So if you want to do that, you require a lot of patience that you need to do. So we have this one in this position. Can you see? So you can bring this now and then edit it. Edit this one now, and then we adjust the extrusion end. I'm going to this one, get it to be like 100. Can I be 100 and 0? So, or I should change it to 50. Yes, good. 50 is okay. So I have it here now. I can say copy to clipboard and say paste and align to level 2, which is okay. And that is what I'm going to have here. So I can have this one and say go to level 2, elevation, then bring it down like move to something like 200. So go back and see what you've done. So this one is even aligned in a very convenient level. So I'm preferring, I like this way, the way this one look like. So the same thing, you can adjust this one, but later we're going to do that. Now let's just get the lighting features complete on this. So how do you do that? So click on category, select these two together and say category. On your category now, you go to graphics. Where is it? So you select this and say duplicate this. So you can select or rename it to light whatsoever. Just click lighting. So you'll select that, use appearance, go back here and choose your plane reference appearance. So here you choose a property, and from here you set a miscellaneous. So your miscellaneous are going to use this type bulb. These are the things we are going to use. So in the miscellaneous we are going to use the type bulb. So we are going to use bulb of type 1 1500. So that's what we want to use. Select that and you close it. So this is what we're going to use. So from here you are going to use emission. This is where you are going to adjust most of the things that you are going to adjust. Emission, the filter color lights, if you want to change it to something like a little bit of yellow, so things like that you're going to do. So emitting light, luminosity, you can increase it a bit. So that's you want, or you adjust so many of these pattern, advanced lighting control, fall off lights, and choose that, or sort fall off. So whatsoever you are going to do, you're going to be seeing the reflection here. Orientation, degree, anisotropy, things like that. You adjust them and see for yourself a decent element and whatsoever you are doing. Translucence, you can click translucence like that and see how far it goes. Is this something that what's your field doing? So wait, so I'm still going to adjust a little bit of yellow, so that just have the lighting effect of that. So MSC fitting, so this one is still there, getting you to update. So what you just need to do is now is to just say click OK, and the materials are set for you. So during the rendering process, you are going to be seeing the whole things that you have done this day. So check it on realistic whether you can have the feel. The feeling in realistic is not common, but all we have done here is that we have done and see what we are going to do in the reality. So click finish. So what I want to quickly test here is that I want to test the rendering for you to see that whether this thing is working, but it's going to take a much of time. So in the next episode, that is what we're going to work on, and we're going to set the first aspect of rendering and see how far the other things are going. So this is the first level of the elevation adjustment of what we have done. So we're going to see you in the next episode and try to practice everything we have done. So a lot of more lighting are still coming that we are still going to work on. All these particular lights, we are going to model them one after the other without choosing or buying anyone from anywhere. So thanks for watching. See you.